Thomas H., born and raised Montreal, 13 years a DJ. Welcome to my world. I was about 16 years old and I traveled to Greece, and I walked into a few venues in Mykonos and I was just overwhelmed by just everything, the lights, the sound, the people. And I walked in, I looked around, and I was just overtaken with emotion, and I said, this is what I want to be a part of, this is what I want to start getting into. That's where it all began. One of the first genres that I was into was R&B and soul. When I got into house music after about 16, I started exploring that sort of domain, taking house instrumentals and seeing how I could alter some soulful vocals or some R&B vocals. And from there, I just grew. Some of my biggest inspiration now, the obvious one is traveling. And every time I travel, I try and take in as much as I can, from the weather to the scene, to the actual place I'm in, the venue I'm in, the people around me. One of my biggest influences when I'm producing is thinking of my live sets, just to give you an idea of what kind of power the live performances have. I mean, it's all based around the live performances. The best word to describe it is it's sex. It's sexy. I just love it when people feel somewhat uncomfortable. I think the fact that it's just sexy bass lines, sexy vocals, it's sex. That's what I play. Favorite poutine in Montreal? I have to give it to my buddies at Emburger. They just know how to make a mean poutine. And then Jumbos, I have a little sponsorship by them, and I wear their apparel from time to time. It's a Jumbos hat. That's when I'm by myself and it's poutine eating time. Favorite restaurant to eat in Montreal? Mythos. It's a Greek restaurant. I love Greek food. I'm Greek. Just perfect Greek meal. My first gig in the city, I was on vinyls back then, and I was so nervous that when I picked up the needle to put it on the vinyl, my hand was shaking. And it was with a good friend of mine who actually started my career, Donald Latour, who took me under his wing and said, give it a shot, man, don't be nervous, have fun with it. And he really just put me on the decks and walked away from the booth, which, I mean, I automatically just panicked, but it was one of the best experiences because it really just put me in there and one-on-one with the crowd, and I learned a lot just from that first gig. I mean, everyone believes that the DJ has a set playlist that he sort of follows, and it's easy breezy, you press play, and thank you very much. But I'm almost 100% sure that everyone has the freestyle element in their set. I mean, you have to. You can't walk into a venue and see people not react to, let's say, a pre-made set. You have to reinvent on the spot, and that freestyle is very important. I live by it, I do it. I've never pre-made a set, because if people aren't reacting, then you're in trouble. Heineken is an incredible brand. It's just so powerful. Super fun beer, classy, spontaneous. I'm super excited that I have this opportunity to be working with them, because it's right up my alley. Electronic music right now in Montreal is so diverse, but where I think it's going is a more deeper sound, which I'm actually quite fortunate, because that's the direction that I'm sort of heading also. I just hope to just stay relevant in 5 to 10 years. I feel like there's so many DJs coming up, and there's so many different sounds, and you never know where the trend's going to go next. So I think it's important to stay relevant and continuously evolve with the crowd, with the times, with the people. And I hope that my production is going to be able to take me to an international sort of audience and start introducing people to what Thomas H is all about. Montreal has been the most amazing supporter I could ask for. They've encouraged me, they've promoted me, inspired me, and to be recognized as a big name here is a blessing, really. I'm honored. It's incredible, really. So thank you Montreal for that.